The hardest part of it for me is, we had two families. We had the Blue Bloods family and we had the actors family, and they're all my pals. And on a very regular basis, we would see each other all the time. And I miss them. I may see Donnie later, that'd be nice, but it's always going to take a lot of getting used to. The thing I'm most positive about is I just didn't want the public or audiences or the people who love Blue Bloods to think the show was in decline or it was getting tired. That was the most important thing to me.
After 15 years on the air, CBS's decision to cancel Blue Bloods came as a shock to both fans and those involved in its production. The beloved police drama had maintained a loyal audience and a consistent presence in primetime television. Leading the show was Tom Selleck, who played the role of Commissioner Frank Reagan, a character central to the show's success. Though Selleck expressed gratitude towards fans for their unwavering support, he didn't hide his frustration with CBS for what he felt was an abrupt end to a series that still had more to offer. The end of Blue Bloods and Tom Selleck's reaction. For over a decade, Blue Bloods captivated audiences with its compelling portrayal of a close-knit family working in law enforcement. The Reagan family dinners, a signature element of the show, symbolized unity amid personal and professional challenges. Despite a lengthy and successful run, CBS announced its decision to cancel the series after its 15th season, a move that left many, including Tom Selleck, feeling frustrated and disappointed. Though the network cited budget concerns and shifting priorities as reasons for the cancellation, Selleck was vocal about his dissatisfaction, feeling the decision lacked consideration for the fans and the legacy of the show. Selleck, who had become synonymous with the role of Frank Reagan, expressed his feelings in a recent interview saying, quote, "We built something real with Blue Bloods. It wasn't just another cop show. It was about family, faith, and loyalty." These words reflected not only his emotional connection to the series, but also his belief that it still had untapped potential. According to sources close to the actor, Selleck had hoped for a more fitting conclusion, perhaps an extended final season or a feature-length finale. Instead, the show ended in what he described as an unfinished chapter, leaving many plotlines unresolved. Fans echoed his sentiments, with online forums filled with disappointment and calls for a potential revival.
Is Blue Bloods ending?
Well, that's a good question. I will continue to think that CBS will come to their senses. We're the third highest scripted show in all of broadcast. We're winning the night. All the cast wants to come back. And I can tell you this, we aren't sliding off down a cliff. We're doing good shows and still holding our place. So I don't know.
Despite his frustration, Selleck maintained his characteristic grace in addressing the situation. He praised the cast and crew for their dedication over the years and thanked the fans for their unwavering support. Quote, "We wouldn't have made it this far without the audience. They stuck with us through everything, and I'll always be grateful for that." While Blue Bloods may have ended sooner than he anticipated, Selleck's commitment to the role and his appreciation for those who made it possible remained evident in his farewell remarks. The legacy of Blue Bloods. When Blue Bloods premiered in 2010, few could have predicted the cultural resonance it achieved. The show, set in New York City, followed the lives of the Reagan family, who were deeply entrenched in law enforcement. Led by Tom Selleck's Frank Reagan, the series tackled complex themes around justice, morality, and family loyalty. What set Blue Bloods apart from other procedural dramas was its ability to blend police work with heartfelt family dynamics. The recurring family dinner scenes became a hallmark of the show, symbolizing unity and tradition in an ever-changing world. Selleck once remarked, "At its core, Blue Bloods was always about family dinners, family struggles, and family triumphs." Over the long run, Blue Bloods garnered a loyal fan base and became one of CBS's most consistent performers. It resonated with audiences for its portrayal of relatable struggles faced by both officers and families alike. The show also earned praise for its balanced depiction of law enforcement during a time when policing was a contentious topic in public discourse. Selleck's portrayal of Frank Reagan, a stoic and principled police commissioner, became iconic. Critics often highlighted his ability to bring depth and nuance to the character, making Frank both an authoritative leader and a compassionate father figure. The cultural impact extended beyond entertainment. The series sparked conversations about policing, family values, and societal responsibility. Selleck's performance earned him widespread respect, with many praising his dignified approach to a challenging role. Reflecting on the show's legacy, he noted, quote, "It wasn't just about solving crimes, it was about people, how they live, and what they stand for." This focus on character-driven storytelling helped cement Blue Bloods as a beloved part of television history. Even with its cancellation, fans and critics alike continue to celebrate its contributions to the genre, with many hoping for a future revival or reunion. Tom Selleck's career highlights. Long before he became the face of Blue Bloods, Selleck had established himself as a versatile and enduring actor in Hollywood. His career began with small roles in television commercials and guest spots on shows in the late 60s and early 70s. But it was his breakout role as the charismatic private investigator Thomas Magnum in Magnum P.I. that cemented his place as a leading man. The series, which aired from 1980 to 88, made Selleck a household name and earned him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. Reflecting on the role, he once said, "Magnum gave me everything: recognition, opportunities, and the ability to choose projects I believed in." Despite being offered numerous film roles, he was selective in his choices, preferring to focus on parts that resonated with him. He famously turned down the chance to play Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark due to his commitment to Magnum P.I.
But I knew even if Magnum wasn't successful when it finally got on the air, and it got canceled, my whole life would change, and I did not welcome that.
Though it was a significant missed opportunity, Selleck has often expressed no regret, saying, quote, "I couldn't walk away from Magnum. It was my responsibility, and I didn't want to let anyone down." His film career flourished nonetheless, with memorable roles in 3 Men and a Baby, Quigley Down Under, and Mr. Baseball. In the 90s, he continued to stay relevant by taking on a recurring role in Friends as Dr. Richard Burke, Monica's love interest. His performance earned praise for his charm and added another iconic role to his resume. Moving into the 2000s, he transitioned to more serious roles, including his portrayal of Jesse Stone in the series of television films based on Robert B. Parker's novels. The Jesse Stone films showcased his ability to bring depth to complex characters. By the time Blue Bloods came along in 2010, Selleck was already a well-established star, but the show brought a new dimension to his career. His portrayal of Frank Reagan, a character rooted in family and duty, allowed him to connect with a different generation of viewers. Speaking about his decision to take on the role, Selleck explained, quote, "I wanted something that felt real, something that mattered. Frank Reagan wasn't just a cop, he was a father, a grandfather, and a man trying to do the right thing in difficult times." His personal life and public image. Selleck has always maintained a life grounded in privacy, family, and personal values. He has consistently avoided the typical trappings of fame, choosing a more understated life. Since 1987, he's been married to Jillie Mack, a former actress and dancer. The couple met in the mid-80s and soon after tied the knot in a private ceremony. They have a daughter, Hannah, and share a quiet life on a 65-acre ranch in Ventura County, California. Selleck once explained his retreat from Hollywood's social scene, saying, quote, "I chose to build a life away from the spotlight because I wanted my family to have a sense of normalcy." Living on the ranch has provided Selleck with a sense of peace and a way to indulge in one of his greatest passions, ranching. He's long been an advocate for agricultural preservation and has spoken openly about his love for working the land. His ranch is home to an avocado orchard, and Selleck takes pride in tending to it himself, describing the experience as therapeutic and grounding. He's also been involved in many charitable causes. He's been a longtime supporter of organizations such as the Character Counts Coalition, which promotes ethics and character development in young people. He's donated generously to veterans groups and law enforcement-related charities. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character on Blue Bloods? Let us know in the comments section below.